Hey beautiful people of the internet, my name is Ryan, and today we're going to summit this mountain. So, long story short, I am in Albuquerque for an academic conference, but Albuquerque is home to the Sandia Mountains, and more specifically, the Lulu's Trail, which is this famous running trail. And I'm going to run up it today. And I thought that I'd take you guys along for the journey. Here's the view I started with from the base of the mountain. This running experience was one of the craziest days of my life, and at different times throughout the run, I felt both incredible awe and a deep, trembling fear for my life. Disclaimer, you're going to be hearing a lot of stupid things from Ryan from the past that Ryan from the present knows are wrong. So after 2.6 miles, which I took 29 minutes to complete, hey, I've only got 7 to the crest. I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. I would guess that I'm probably at about 8,500 feet right now, possibly 9,000 feet. I think the summit's around 11,000. And with that altitude and the shady side of the mountain comes snow and ice. What? I paused to restock on fuel after about an hour, and I was stunned by the distance I had already covered on my own 2 feet. Cinnamon bagel. Breakfast of champions. So, I'm not far from the top, I don't think. Maybe 30 minutes. But it still worries me that I'm drinking my last of the water right now. A bit higher up the trail, I found an amazing scenic overlook. I took some time to look out over the city of Albuquerque and the foothills. I've been told you can see 50 miles from here, and I believe it. I felt like I was hanging in a cloud, watching a fragile human city tucked into a fear-inspiring landscape. Speaking of fear-inspiring, what has this hike turned into? Like, what? The air around me grew heavy with fog, and the trail was lined with snow. And then the trail was snow, and I started to panic. I slipped and slid for another 2 miles before the summit. After 3.5 hours of work, fog. I was mentally exhausted, not to mention physically drained, but still amazed by the way this mountain cleaved the air in two. One side cloaked in fog and the other with a view for miles. And I felt an amazingly odd sensation. Maybe it was the altitude or the dehydration or the calorie starvation, but I felt as if my body and my mind were two separate entities. One firmly rooted on the ground and the other drifting off into the ether, the mist, like the tram that would take me back to the bottom. But, slowly, as our tram broke through the fog, I found myself again. Here I am back at the summit, signing off. 3.5 hours later, many trials and tribulations later, on top of Sandia Mountain. Best wishes.